What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you guys. This is going to be season number 4, episode number 3, and this episode was titled All Tricks and No Tricks, you guys. So, before we just jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a huge solid favor, you guys. And please stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss this episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, shall we? All right, you guys. So if you guys are watching, please let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the live chat and in the comments. If I had to rank this episode, I would say it was a pretty good episode. I didn't have any complaints about it. I enjoyed it. There were moments that were like really, really funny to me. But yeah, I want you guys to tell me your thoughts and opinions below, and we'll just go ahead and just jump into it. So this episode really opens up where the last one left off. You guys remember that Whitney and Angie got to the Trixie Hotel motel before all the other ladies did, right? So we were just anticipating what would happen once they finally arrived to the motel. And honestly, it was anticlimactic because Meredith had nothing to say. But another thing that I will say is the fact that Lisa. Lisa keeps mentioning this damn ring, and it's just like, oh my God, Lisa, I am so tired of hearing you talk about this ring. If I have to hear it, and I think the thing that's bothering me when it comes to Lisa and her ring is the fact that she keeps talking about how much money it costs. Oh my God, Trixie, I lost my ring. It cost 60 G's. My ring cost 60 G's. And I was like, girl, we get it. The ring was $60,000. What else is new? You called your jeweler. So I don't understand it. So Trixie also let the ladies know that the other ladies have arrived and they were looking like the other ladies. And then Whitney and Angie came out. And as I stated, when Angie came out and Meredith saw her, Meredith was kind of quiet. And I was like, wait a minute. But again, you guys know that when it comes to these shows, that these trips are paid for by the producer. So it's not paid for by the ladies. So that's why I feel like Meredith didn't say much because I'm like, you knew she was coming. She's a part of the cast, so let's not pretend, right? So at one point, Angie is talking about how Meredith is being fake with her because Meredith walked by like 2 or 3 times and didn't address Angie. I was like, ma'am, if this were a real trip that Meredith put together, I wouldn't acknowledge you either. You're an uninvited guest. So why would I acknowledge you? Like, I think Angie wants to be more than what she is. So, one thing I will say about Mary, right? Mary is a piece of work. I do like her from time to time, but I also can say when I think she's wrong and rude. And in this particular scene with Angie, when they were talking, Angie was telling them about, the food and telling Mary to come sit with her. Mary told her stop talking to her like that. And I was like, Mary, she just said, get some food. And then when she said, come sit with us, she said, don't talk to her like that. I'm like, you know what, Mary? You're absolutely right. Cause I wouldn't say nothing to you ever again. Only thing I would say to you is fix your wig. Like Mary is just the rudest person, but when it comes to Angie, I really didn't feel too much because I think Angie is a little bit on the annoying side. I don't necessarily see it for Angie. If you guys do, it's fine, but for me personally, I don't see it for Angie. So then Mary asked Whitney, like, so why did you come here early? And Whitney was like, well, Trixie's my friend. And, I called Trixie and I told Trixie that I was going to come early. And I was like, I was with Mira. Like, that makes no sense. And Mira told her she's childish. And then Angie chimed in, she's not childish, Mary. That was a little. a little childish. Like, you could have called Meredith. I mean, for drama's sake, yeah, I get why she didn't call Meredith and say, "Hey, I'm gonna invite Angie." But girl, and I love the fact that Meredith just shut Angie down. Like, I again with Angie, I just she's a no for me. She's a big no for me. I don't really necessarily see it for Angie. Nothing personal. I just don't see it for her. I think she is looking for a moment. I believe she's on the annoying side. So yeah, Angie K is just a absolute no for me. But again, if you guys like Angie, let me know in the comment section and in the live chat. And but yeah, for me, Angie can go. I don't really understand why they gave Angie a snowflake. There's no shade towards her. Just don't know why they gave her a snowflake. So then at one point, Meredith came out with gifts for the ladies, right? And the gifts were t-shirts that said, I think it said all tricks and something else. I forgot what those shirts said. Angie felt the way that, she walked by and Meredith walked by her once again. I was like, once again, ma'am, you are an uninvited guest. I don't know what kind of special privileges you were expecting or thinking you were going to get from her, but it was just very weird to me. Like, it was on a weird side to me, and I just didn't understand what Angie was expecting from Meredith. I mean, again, you're an uninvited guest, so I wouldn't expect for her to have a gift for you. I really wouldn't expect for her to talk to you if you guys haven't really sat down and had a conversation with one another. So I don't necessarily understand what Angie is looking for from Meredith, other than a moment and a scene. So Meredith told the ladies that they were going to go shopping, and whatever they bought, they would wear it to dinner. And the fact that Mary shaded the hell out of Lisa talking about another arguing about another ring, because you guys know she keeps mentioning that $60,000 ring, right? So we see the ladies as they went to go pick out the outfits for each other. So Meredith is going to be buying an outfit for Lisa. Lisa's going to, well, not buying. Meredith is going to pick out an outfit for Lisa. Lisa's going to pick out an outfit for Meredith. Whitney is going to pick out an outfit for Heather, and Heather is going to pick out an outfit for Whitney. And then she put Mary, not no, she put Mary with what's her name, Monica, and for Angie was just by herself. So she said, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, this is gonna be something that she mentions again and again and again, right? Now, what I will say is every last one of those outfits that those women picked for each other were horrendous. The outfit Mary picked for Monica was horrendous. The outfit Monica picked for Mary was horrendous. The outfit that Lisa picked for Meredith was horrendous. I don't know what that was that Meredith picked out for Lisa. And then Heather and Whitney, so confusing. But I like the fact that everybody was a good sport with the exception of Lisa Barlow. Lisa was a negative Nancy, and I was like, girl, just go along with it. It's fun. So Lisa had on like what a little belly dancer skirt and you know, like a little bikini top. And she was just complaining about it the whole entire time. When she looked, oh my God, we're going to a five-star restaurant. I had people in my shoppers in Milan pick out outfits and send them to me. I was like, Lisa, oh my God, I lost my $60,000 ring. I really wanted to cry, but I just couldn't. I was like, did you really bring up that ring again? And so Meredith's like, why don't you just file a police report? I was like, thank you. File a police report. I mean, girl, you have already called your jeweler, and I get it. She keeps saying it's a sentimental value, but if it's a sentimental value, Lisa, why do you keep attaching the monetary value to it as well? Because you keep talking about the ring is $60,000. If it was so sentimental to you, you wouldn't keep bringing up how much it cost. It's like you're trying to throw it in people's faces that you can afford a $60,000 ring, and that maybe they can't. That's the vibe that I'm getting. But I definitely want you guys to tell me what you think and feel about that in the comment section and the live chat, because that's really the vibe that it was giving me. That she is just bringing this up just to bring it up. Because if you called your jeweler already, then what are we talking about here? Like, I just didn't understand that. That just made no sense to me. Like, if you called your jeweler, then we don't need to keep talking about the same thing. So they went to dinner in these tacky outfits. Because I mean, when I tell you guys, these outfits were tacky as hell. They were the most tackiest things I've ever saw in my life, right? So Whitney wants them to play a game. Oh, I forgot to mention something else. So before they went to go shopping, Angie got on her feelings because of Monica. Monica was telling Angie that, she felt like she was being condescending and rude to Meredith. And so Angie was like, I brought you into this group and then you do this to me. Like, girl, just because you brought her into the group doesn't mean anything. I mean, we've been watching Housewives for a very long time now. So we know that you technically did not bring her into the group, that the producers asked you to do this. And yeah, like, Angie can go. Angie can go for me. So at the dinner table, Whitney wanted to play a game of something that they don't know about each other. Um, Whitney says she writes poems and stuff. Heather is talking about birds. Um, Meredith is talking about the fact that she came to Palm Springs as a little girl. Lisa's talking about the fact that she just got her ears pierced again. Mary is talking about the fact that people think she's the loner, but she's not. I'm like, a lot, I don't care who tell it. And then leave it to Monica to tell these ladies, you ladies are boring. And I was like, thank God somebody said it. And she told him she was sleeping with her brother-in-law for 18 months. And they just looked like, say what now? And so Whitney was like, you know what? Let me change this game. So Whitney said for them to play a game of, what was the game? Warm and fuzzy. So I think you will look to the person to your left and tell, left or right, and you will tell them you're warm and fuzzy about them. So Heather is the one that initiated the warm and fuzzy, and she told Angie, her warm was the fact they went to school, they knew each other, they went to school with each other, but her fuzzy was the fact that she feels like basically she is just going along to get along in this group, and she went from Jen to Lisa. I don't really care if you guys do. Let me know what you think about that in the live chat and the comment section. So then, who went next? I can't remember who went after that. I know that Meredith addressed Whitney, and when she did that, Mary called her out. Now she was like, that is not what you, because she was like, Whitney was like, her fuzzy was probably her inviting Angie on this trip, and Meredith said, no, that's not it, and leave it to Mary to say, that's not what you were saying earlier. And I was like, thank you, Mary, finally call it out. And I wanted Mary to just say, yeah, that is my fuzzy. Like, this is my trip. And you invited someone who I intentionally did not invite. So that was very messy of you, Whitney. Like, why would you do that? But no, Meredith didn't do it. And I was like, okay. Is this going to come? I was thinking to myself, is this going to come up at some point later? If it does, it does, right? So then Monica went and she told Lisa how her warm was the fact that well, her fuzzy was her wearing that outfit there, but her fuzzy is her mentioning that dang on ring. And Whitney, Lisa was like, I haven't mentioned it that much, and the producers ran down the time. It was 7 times that this woman has brought up that ring, and I was like, ma'am, you have mentioned this ring quite a bit. Like, I get it. You don't want to lose your stuff, but you called your jeweler. Why are you still going on and on and on about this ring? Like, I was so happy that Monica did that, right? So then Angie decides that she wants to teach the ladies a Greek word, and the Greek word was for the Greek. It was Greek for the word that she told them means fake in Greek, and she's addressing Meredith, and I'm like, ma'am, can you be a little bit more direct and say, Meredith, I think you were being fake, but how has she been fake when again you were not invited on this trip? So yeah, again, like I said, she can go for me. Now, Meredith, I don't know how much Meredith had to drink because Meredith was doing a lot. There are children out there that may be disabled for the rest. I'm like, Meredith, what does a disabled child have to do anything with Angie, you can leave. You can leave. I want security to get her out of here. I'm like, what kind of restaurant do you think this is where they have security that can escort this woman out? She went up to one of the waiters. He said he'll see what he can do. I'm like, girl, it ain't nothing he can do. So they eventually left there and they were in the Sprinter van and, they were talking. And so Whitney wants to ask Meredith, is this something to do with your family? She says, no, friends. So Whitney says that she feels that, basically Meredith is just using this as you know, she's intentionally using this to kind of deflect and stuff like that. And I was like, no, Whitney, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you've been a little bit facetious. So I will say, I love the fact that Mary defended, Meredith and told Whitney she was doing the most. And she told Whitney that she needs to grow up and own her stuff. And Whitney was like, well, I do own my stuff, Mary. And so Mary said, well, you call me a pornography. And she was like, huh? She said, Mary, I never said you were a porn star. And Mary said, I didn't say that. She said, you just said pornography, Mary. And she said, Heather, what did she say? She said, so Heather is, mind you, Heather is drunk as by the way. So Heather said that she called Robert Sr. and Mary both predators. Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that about Mary? I mean, but I will say I like the fact that Mary was letting Whitney have it. I will definitely give you that. I like the fact that she said she was letting her have it. But that was the episode, you guys. Now, the nastiest part of this episode was when Heather threw up on that sprint. I was like, oh my God. Like, how many martinis did Heather have? Like, girl. Oof. It was a mess. But overall, I think the episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was funny. I will say for me personally, I do think that Angie K is putting on a little bit too much for the show. But let me know what you guys again. Let me know what you guys think, and I will get off of here, you guys. So I have to. So today is the concert in Dallas for Beyonce. So I'm going to be going there more than likely. So I got to go out here and find me something to wear, and then I gotta you know cut my hair, shave, and all that good stuff. And then on top of that, I have to watch. I didn't even realize that last night was the premiere of American Horror Story. What's the name of this season of American Horror Story? I don't know. It's American Horror Story. I forget the name of this season. It has Emma Roberts in it, Kim Kardashian's in it. I just literally forgot the name of this season of American Horror Story. American Horror Story. Let me look it up real quick. But I gotta watch that as well. So that'll be up sometime today. I just don't know what time it'll be up. American Horror Story. Delicate. That's the name of this season, Delicate. So episode one premiered last night. So I gotta watch that. And then, like I said, gotta go shop, gotta go find a shirt to wear tonight. Gotta go cut my hair and shave my face. And yeah. So yeah, you guys, American Horror Story will be up sometime today. If it's not up today, it'll be up tomorrow. And then Hot Topics will be up tomorrow. And then Power, you'll see that on Sunday. I'm so happy that we have some scripted shows at this point because I was kind of I'm a little over reality TV at this point, so I'm so happy to have some scripted in my life. And going into October, you guys, I'm going to probably do some watch-alongs with like horror movies. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do first, but we'll figure it out once we get to that point. But that's it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.